Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on FNAF. That's the video. Bye. Bye. So I just wanted to make this video following up my last video about the RTX conference for FNAF Security Breach, and I'm going to tell you everything we got, and we got some stuff, actually. We weren't expecting anything. I didn't live stream it because I didn't think it would be the best option legally and responsibly, because it was technically a private conference, and I don't know if I was allowed to do that, and I wasn't willing to take that risk. But if you don't register and you can't watch it and you're under 18, I will explain what happened. So basically, it was just a Zoom call. It was basically a Zoom call where there was an MC, a host, and he was asking about 4, 5, 6 Steel Wool employees who are working on Security Breach a bunch of technical questions. That's why I also didn't live stream it, because it wasn't really anything like too crazy. It was all just a bunch of technical questions, and I didn't really understand what they were saying through most of it because I am not a game developer, but it was still really cool to see them talk about Security Breach and talk about the behind the scenes and talk about ray tracing. And ray tracing, I think it's most famous with like Minecraft. It's like the shaders kind of thing. It adds shadows and it adds light beams and all that kind of stuff. They showed comparison shots, Security Breach without ray tracing and with ray tracing, and it's just crazy. I mean, they both look really good, but ray tracing just adds so much reality to it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it just makes it look more real and it makes it look more polished, and it looks great. The game looks great, but there was only one new screenshot, and I will put it on screen right now. So this is the screenshot we got. Nothing really new here. In the conference, they did say that this was an old build of this area, so this is not what the finished area will look like. And that was basically all the event. They didn't really ask the questions that I wanted to know that was on the schedule. I really wanted them to ask about all the FNAF fans and how their expectations have shaped the game so far and shaped their expectations, and how nervous they are or how confident they are. I really wanted to hear what they had to say about the fans and their expectations, but that's all right. Maybe we'll get to know in the future. Maybe they'll do another Q&A, who knows. But everyone on the call seemed to be really nice. It was really cool to see some faces put to this game. The developers behind it, they're all really nice, and yeah, it was really nice to hear them talk about it, and it seems like they're having a lot of fun making this game. There wasn't really any hints about how far along they were with making the game. They just kind of said, oh, we've run into some problems with the shadows and the reflections, but we're working on fixing them, and that's pretty much all we got. They mentioned something about a bathroom, how it's really hard to make dark spaces dark because of all the shadows and the ray tracing, because it lights up the whole room. And they said there's a dark bathroom and there's one light coming from presumably one stall, and that one light shines throughout the whole bathroom and lights it up when it's supposed to be pitch black. Maybe that's Vanny hiding in the stall. Maybe that's one light in a stall on, who knows. But yeah, that was basically it for the 50-minute Zoom conference, which was crazy. It was really cool to watch it. I was so excited watching through it. But what was the coolest thing about this conference wasn't the conference itself, it was what happened after the conference. So with this event, you were able to ask questions to the Steel Wool employees if you registered for the event. So a bunch of people started asking questions and they started responding. And even though Scott Cawthon himself and Steel Wool confirmed that there would be nothing new talked about during this event, they kind of spilled the beans on some things. And all these questions are pretty good. I have the same questions, so I'm glad they were asked. So I'm going to go through every single question that was asked and answered in this event, and let's analysis it. Right? So the first question is about who designed the Glamrock animatronics, and Andrew Dayton from Steel Wool said, the Glamrocks were Scott's initial idea. We helped with the designing and obviously making and implementing them. When Scott showed us his initial idea, we were super excited. Jason Topolowski, the game director, and I are both 80s kids, which means what is retro for a lot of people were just design elements we grew up with. So it looks like the Glamrocks were Scott's idea, and Steel Wool helped in designing them and obviously implementing them in the game. So that is actually really cool to know that this was kind of Scott's idea, and you can kind of tell with the animatronics and how they're designed. They kind of have Scott's little touch on them, you know? This person asked, not sure if you can answer this, but how much of a role do you guys play in writing the game? Or does Scott write everything for you? They said it is really collaborative, but Scott has final say in everything, and he creates the overall story concept. When we have unique ideas, we're comfortable pitching them to him, and he really is super receptive, which really allows us to have a creative voice. So it looks like this story of this game is all Scott's, and they throw in their little ideas here and there for what they could add or how they could make it better, and Scott seems to be really nice to work with, so that is really good to know. It's kind of cool that this game is still going to be 100% Scott's story. He really is a great storyteller, so I can't wait to see what he's got. This person said, out of the currently revealed characters, which one has been your favorite design? And they said, ooh, that's hard. My personal favorite animatronic is Monty. If he wasn't a giant, potentially murdery animatronic, I would love to play a few rounds of mini golf with him. So I don't know if that's hinting that maybe Freddy is only the good animatronic in this game and all the rest are evil. So yeah, it looks like Monty is a giant, potentially murdery animatronic. So then someone asked about the AI system, and he said, oh, I can't go into our AI system. Our co-founder and lead engineer Stuart would murder me and stuff me into an animatronic suit. So there you go. This person asked, can we expect an update to the Princess Quest minigame in Help Wanted Mobile? There was a locked door that couldn't be opened and some unused assets. And then Andrew said, maybe. So it looks like we might be getting an update to Help Wanted and the Princess Quest minigame, because there was locked doors that we haven't been able to access, and it's really cool that they're actually thinking about updating it, maybe before, maybe after Security Breach comes out. Guess we'll have to wait and see. This person asked, I can't tell if you guys meant there will be a day/night cycle, or did you mean the lighting for them? So basically what Steelwolf said in the conversation was that these images that they're showing us are the daytime versions of these rooms, and that these rooms do have a nighttime, scarier version that they have yet to show us. And their response to this question was, without discussing any game-specific mechanics, a lot of the locations have two lighting scenarios. Day, which we mean when the location is lit as if the Pizzaplex was fully open and operating, and night, which means when the lights are basically all shut down. So it looks like all these daytime shots we are getting are only daytime shots, and there will be scary nighttime, mall shut down, creepy noises, silence moments. So I'm looking forward to that. This one's actually a juicy one. This person asked, is there an official name for Moondrop's daytime counterpart? Andrew said, not officially. And there, he doesn't deny that Moondrop's daytime counterpart is a separate animatronic. If I were to place a bet, I would say that Moondrop and the daytime one are the exact same animatronic. It's just the lighting, and maybe they change for nighttime, who knows? But if the daytime Moondrop animatronic had a name, it doesn't have one yet. That was good of them to clear that up, and I can guess you're noticing, wow, they're actually telling us a lot of stuff, which is actually nice of Andrew Dayton. Thank you, Andrew Dayton, we love you. Okay, this clears up a major thing from the trailer, because a lot of people were saying that the playground areas were unfinished in the trailer. They didn't look the best they could, and people were like, is this really going to be in the final game? Someone asked about that and asked about the teasers we got. They said those shots are a little older, so they don't have final lighting or set dressing. I believe the playground areas was the least polished of the locations in the trailer. So it looks like what we all suspected is true. The trailer had footage that was not finished. They probably had to throw together a trailer last minute, and they just used unfinished footage, which is completely fine. It still looked great, but people were complaining about that, so I'm glad they cleared that up. This person asked, what's your favorite official FNAF games and characters from the entire franchise? Also, you're amazing, and just wanted to say this presentation has inspired me a lot. Thank you so much. Andrew said, I mean, other than our games, of course. My personal favorite is the original, with Sister Location as a close second. Thanks so much. So I'm glad Mr. Andrew has some taste. The original and Sister Location, a solid answer, a solid answer. This one is a juicy one. This person asked, will Princess Quest remain a mobile exclusive, or will it ever come to other devices in the future? Andrew said, wasn't Princess Quest some kind of glitch thingy? I swear someone hacked that into the code. Andrew, my friend, what? I love how they're playing along with the questions and playing along with the lore and the fan and the speculation. It's just so cool. Props to Andrew Dayton once again. Wonder who could have hacked that into the code. Andrew. This person said, did Scott give you a comprehensive knowledge of the FNAF lore when you started working with him, or does he only tell you what he needs to? Then Andrew said, if I told you what Scott told us, he would send an army of killer animatronics after us, and ain't nobody want that. So respect for him for not answering this question. This is honestly a really, really good question. I wish they would have answered it, but you know, some things are better left unsaid, and Andrew does not want to answer that because he doesn't want Scott's lawyers coming after him. Next question. Hey there, big fan of FNAF, and I love what we've seen of Security Breach so far. If it's okay, I'd like to ask a question about the history of Help Wanted. Was there a reason behind switching out the animatronic Spring Bonnie for Malhair/Glitch Trap in the final game, and will we ever get to have a full look at Spring Bonnie's full model? Andrew said, so many questions, so many secrets I can't talk about. Lots of answers we're getting from Andrew, but also lots of, dono walls from Andrew, so we take what we can get. This person asked, despite all the efforts towards implementing RTX GI, will you still work towards making no RTX look as polished as possible? Kai actually said, absolutely. Just because RTX isn't available technology, we know that a lot of people won't have access to RTX cards. We want them to have an excellent experience too. So this is actually really good to know because not everyone has RTX graphics cards. They are a little bit pricey and you need like a full-fledged gaming PC or gaming laptop for that. It looks like they are making an RTX and non-RTX game, and they're both going to look beautiful. They want everyone to have a great experience, even if you can't afford the best setup and a PS5 and all that kind of stuff. So that is really, really good to hear, and I'm really, really happy that they cleared that up. This person said, what was the hardest thing you worked with while making the game / struggled the most? Was it the human models, animatronics models, big props, or smaller props? Andrew said, scope. We dream big, and Scott was, you're crazy, go do it. And that is so cool to hear. This game looks like it's going to be really, really big, and there's going to be lots of rooms and lots of things to do, so I don't blame them. This game has been delayed for like literally 4 or 5 months now, so I would rather it be delayed and it be amazing than get a smaller game sooner. So anyways, that is the full recap of the RTX event. Nothing really much new in the event itself, but the questions after revealed a lot more about the game. It was really nice to see all the developers and hear them speak about the game. They seem really excited for it, and we are really excited about it too, and they know it. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what they got for us in the future. I am so hyped for this, and I can't wait to play this on the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Bye.